Welcome to Six Sigma Black Belt, Course 2, Module 2, Team Facilitation. Module 2, Lesson 3, Ensuring Effective Team Meetings. In this lesson, we will cover techniques that will help your Six Sigma project team meetings be more effective and productive. Team members will spend a great deal of time in team meetings and away from their other work assignments over the course of a typical Six Sigma project. So it's important that their time be well spent and productive. No one wants to waste time, especially in meetings they consider to be ineffective or poorly run. And if the meetings are not productive, it's likely that the project team will fail to meet its schedule and perhaps even its goals. In fact, many of the issues we discussed in the lesson on ensuring productive teams can be addressed by the actions necessary for effective team meetings. First, always specifically define the purpose of the meeting before scheduling it, so that everyone can come prepared and the right people can be invited. This is especially important if there are ad hoc or resource members on the team, or other guests need to be included for a particular topic. Next, develop an agenda to keep the meeting on track. The most important topics should always be first on the agenda to ensure enough time to cover them effectively. The agenda should always be distributed to all participants well in advance of the meeting so that they'll know what's planned for the meeting and can prepare, or let the team leader know if they think someone else should be invited or additional topics added. Next, always start meetings on time so that team members who are there will know that you respect their time, and the importance of being prompt can become a team value that is locked in during the norming stage. This can be especially important in organizations who regularly start meetings late. The team leader should always review the agenda at the start of every meeting to get the team's agreement on the topics to be covered and their order. This is to make sure that the items the team considers to be the most important will be covered first, which will allow them to relax, knowing that items will be addressed in the appropriate order. If there are items that the team feels should be covered but which are not on the agenda, then they should be added at this point. If there are items the team feels should not be discussed yet or that team members are not prepared for, they should be removed from the agenda and scheduled for a future meeting date that everyone agrees on. Then stick to the agenda to ensure that the most important items are covered as planned and that team discussion stays focused on the right topics. During the meeting, assign responsibilities for task accomplishment to specific team members and establish target completion dates. It's well known that team tasks often don't get done unless they are assigned to a specific person, scheduled, and accepted by that person. The record of action assignments is often referred to as an action register. Before adjourning, the team leader should summarize the agreements reached during the meeting and all action assignments to make sure that everyone leaves with the same understandings. This will also give the team reporter a chance to verify his or her notes and the team action register for accuracy. Whenever possible, teams should schedule the next meeting before everyone leaves to save time trying to find something that fits in everyone's schedule. Ideally, teams will meet at the same time every week so that members can block this time slot for the duration of the project. Always close team meetings at or before the agreed upon time to again show respect for people's time. Also, when team members know that meetings always end on time, they can stay focused on the team activities until the very end without worrying about being late for their next commitment. Be sure to keep a written record of the team meeting, the action items assigned, the people responsible for each action item, and the scheduled completion date for each action item. This is typically the responsibility of the team reporter. Meeting notes should always be reviewed by the team leader and then distributed promptly after the meeting so that participants will remember what was discussed and assigned and can also make the team leader aware of any discrepancies while it's all still fresh in their minds. Between meetings, team leaders should work with team members who have action assignments to encourage the completion of their assigned tasks and provide assistance where needed. This keeps the project on schedule and allows the team to keep moving forward. It also helps team members who may be hesitant to admit that they need help. Finally, be sure to put any unfinished business on the agenda for the next meeting, so that all issues will eventually be discussed. When team members know that their concerns are on the agenda and will therefore be addressed, it allows them to focus more easily on the issues at hand without trying to change the subject to other topics. It's also a good idea to ask team members periodically throughout the project how they think meetings are going. Are the meetings a good use of their time? Are they well run? What ideas for improvement do they have? Some teams will even collect feedback about team meetings from team members in the form of surveys, so that the leader can objectively assess the effectiveness of team meetings and identify ways to improve them. When all of these steps are followed, meetings are much more productive and enjoyable for everyone, and they are also a much more appropriate use of the organization's resources. This ensures that the maximum value is obtained from the time team members spend in Six Sigma meetings, which helps reinforce the value of the Six Sigma approach. Further, team members will learn these effective meeting skills and be able to use them to make other company meetings more productive as well. Our next module will discuss the interpersonal skills needed for effective Six Sigma teams.